Hi there, my name is Robin, and welcome back to Only the Best Fantasy Novels. Today, I want to talk about A Cruel Wind by Glen Cook, which is the first omnibus of of a trilogy in the Dread Empire series. And after nearly a decade, I'm so excited to finally get back to reading something from Glen Cook. I did read The Sword Bearer at some point a couple of years ago, but it's not the same as the series. But yeah, I'm so excited to get back to like a full Glen Cook series after well over a decade. Um, the first one I read being The Black Company, and it's just it like the A Cruel Wind was just exciting and radical and crazy. Everything I remember enjoying tremendously about Glen Cook. Um, his he writes like these dark military fantasy that they bring me joy like nothing else I've read in fantasy. Um, and that's mainly because like to this day I'll always hold out. No one can turn a phrase of words the way Glen Cook can. Like he just has such an epic sense of writing that it comes across in his prose, his dialogue sometimes, um, and it not constantly, but at moments, at just right moments that just have you like, um, and you can see it. You can see it in the titles of his books, um, A Cruel Wind, An Ill Fate Marshalling, With Mercy Towards None, Read the East Wind, A Path to Coldness of Heart. Like, who comes up with this stuff? Glen Cook, that's who comes up with this stuff. And that's just in this series. Like, but Black Company is even wilder. Um, but yeah, um, like, no one turns a phrase of words like him. Like, it's just so fun to read. But anyway, let me back on point. A Cruel Wind. So it's a trilogy of three stories. The first three in the Dread Empire series, and you can you can see you can see how crazy it's going to be right off the start. The first one is all about this wizard who's been waiting centuries for a woman who's fated to be his true love to be born. Of course, it's anything but as simple as that. Like, the story becomes really chaotic. Um, it's certainly not. It's certainly very much a case of unrequited love. It does get very ambiguous morally. They do find themselves in a situation that at the time would have been like very much off the beaten path. And they do make some very interesting choices to say the least, and there's a random war thrown in there because why not? It's crazy. It's an absolutely crazy situation. Um, but yeah, the second book, the second book is just this absolute expansion of the world where we have a throne up for grabs. We have this the full on replay very strange situation happen with involving a queen and a baby. Um, that does have ramifications throughout the entire series, and it's just this dark, wild smorgasbord of with a huge cast of characters. It's just a big epic tale of war and conquest and politics and intrigue, all for the sake of a throne. And then we have the third book, where things just escalate and get wilder. Like, across the three books, there's such a wide variety, a wide cast of characters, a wide variety that at times it can be hard to keep track of them, especially with Glen Cook's absolutely unforgiving writing style. Like, this is a guy who, where ordinary epic fantasy authors would have like entire chapters dedicated to events. He will literally just list off a series of events that occurs after something happens. In one sentence, he'll make like big time skips. Like, he's very stingy with his words. He's very economical, extremely economical. Approaching them with like a scarcity mindset. So he doesn't like to, he doesn't waste time. He doesn't waste words. He states facts and he moves on. And it can be very jarring. It can be extremely fast paced as a result. You can be reading and you'll be like, wait, what? When did this happen? And then you have to go back and read a passage or a bit to kind of catch the links, because things just happen so fast, rapid fire. Yeah, that's reading Glen Cook. Like, I haven't gone back and reread significant chapters the way I have with this book in quite a long time, and I can't even think of the last book I had to do it for. Probably the last Glen Cook I read. Yeah, it's a very unique style, and it just works. Like, this guy packs so much story into so short novels. It's amazing. It's unlike any other author I've read to date. But yeah, that's what reading Glen Cook is like. The big hook for me with this trilogy was actually like, reading through, you can see just the elements that make up like this primordial soup that will eventually give birth to the Black Company and even Malazan Book of the Fallen. Like, there's certain characters, there's certain names, there's certain situations, certain events, series of events. They all appear. Like, you can pinpoint, like, okay, this is something, this is a basic concept that came back in the Black Company. This character was an inspiration for this one. This character was an inspiration for this guy in Malazan. This subplot is practically Dead House Gates. It's all there. Like, it's just, as a fan of both those series, it was just fun to see so much of the seeds that would grow into those here. Like, yeah, no, nothing more can be said. I think I can really say about that. If you're a fan of either of those series, you definitely need to read Dread Empire. Just the sheer Easter eggs, the sheer amount of Easter eggs that are in here. It's gonna just ramp up that nostalgia factor and really have you enjoying this series, I think. As you can tell, I just enjoyed this trilogy tremendously. I can I can tell I'm just gonna binge through these books start to finish from now, and yeah, let's see how this goes. Onwards to even more insanity, knowing Glen Cook. Yeah. I don't have anything more to say about these. I'm just gonna go continue reading now. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.